ain't an option. No, we didn't raise no idiot. First was novice intermediate. Expert trying to be a master. Did it for my son and my father.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back.
Yes.
Back in the building.
The Not For Likes podcast is resuming, and we are going to take it up a notch. We're in the middle now of our season, and we've got another exciting guest to share with you today. But before we dive straight in, you know, I just wanted to again reintroduce myself because it's been a little while. I go by the name Mike.
I'm Dr. Jude.
And I'm Darren Stewart.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Israel Benaim.
Oh, no.
He's taking stage. Take the floor.
Okay, you
take the floor.
You see, our guest is ready. You know, that's how much
was in there.
We've been away. So today I'm going to introduce our distinguished guest. He's come all the way from Lagos, Nigeria, to be with us today. And I'm so excited. I'm actually an ambassador for the man himself and his brand, Evermark Homes. He's doing a phenomenal job in Nigeria and across the diaspora. And I'm just glad I'm a part of that. And, you know, we're going to get really into his story. But, you know, if you are considering making a move into Nigeria or any African markets, this is your guy that you want to make sure you make yourself really acquainted with. So yeah, without further ado, we're going to jump into this episode, and I am going to fire it over to Dr. Israel,
Take the stage.
the man of the hour, Evermark CEO, here today with us in London on the Not For Likes podcast. Let's give a round of applause for him.
Yes, Doctor. Take
Welcome,
the stage.
Doc.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Yeah, it's nice being here today.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Absolutely, it's an absolutely incredible scene, no? Seeing you guys. Thank you very much for having me.
So tell us, what is it you do then, Doctor?
Yeah, I'm actually a real estate developer. That's what I do. I develop real estate. Actually, my company is actually into diverse sector. So I run a company called Evermark Group. So the company is actually, we're into real estate. That's a father company, like the parent company. So from the real estate firm, we were able to divert into the oil and gas sector, which is Evermark Energy. And then we've got a lot of couple of sector also coming. Like currently now, we're building an hospital. So the Evermark Hospital is coming up. Also, the Evermark College also. Second in primary school also. Yeah. So, and there's a whole lot. So we've got a tech company also. We're working on some production. So there's a lot we're doing together at the same time, you know. That's it.
Nice, man. How long has this company been running for?
Yeah, we've been running for 4 years now.
What do you do in oil and gas?
In oil and gas also, we do a lot of procurement, we do a lot of servicing, we do a lot of mining, consultancy, a whole lot across the oil and gas.
Our viewers are going to hit oil and gas and think cash money because obviously we know there's cash dollars.
Yeah.
But to novices like myself, I don't actually know where the money's made. What are people doing? How do you actually make money in that sector?
In the sector is it's actually a very wide sector. So there's a lot of branches newcomers can actually come in and actually make money. So we have a lot of people who actually supply diesels. A lot of people, you can start it and just maybe buy diesel at a particular rate and then resell. You're actually making money. So you can actually buy oil somewhere, maybe buy for 10 and sell for 15. You're making money. So that's when they ask you which sector are you in oil and gas.
Okay.
I understand. So it's as wide. The more you are in the game, the more experience you become.
Of course.
The more knowledge you get. So the more collection you get. So wider and wider. Just stage one,
Baby
stage
steps.
2.
What's generating the most revenue in your business? Is it the real estate or the oil and gas?
Yeah.
We want to chase the money.
It's gone straight to the fast lane.
I don't have many more years left.
The secrets.
Let me bring it back to the beginning.
He's actually really interested in money. Money.
Take it up. Before we even started, he's already taking off seatbelt. He's already taking his seatbelt.
My bro.
Doctor sweating.
For one Nigerian to another Nigerian, listen, show me the money.
Show me the money.
Hold on.
We just in there.
Before we get ahead of ourselves, and this is all very exciting because it's great when we can speak to like-minded individuals, and again, Israel, you're our age group. So to see someone like yourself, CEO, big positions, and you're really like moving and shaking. It's inspiring to even us here in the UK. So everything that we is very aspirational what you're doing.
Yeah.
But what I want to say is, I can't skip through all the stages that it's taking you to get there, because from what you told me and what I remember from our conversation, you started off as a realtor.
Yeah, realtor.
So how did that journey from a realtor to the big African giant come around? Because we want to know the process, because I know this is not a coincidence. It doesn't happen overnight. So how did this journey?
I think my journey in the real estate business actually started about 6 years ago, or 6.5 now today. So that was when my journey actually started. Actually, when I actually get into the real estate, I joined as a realtor, but I never had a chance working with a real estate company. But when I got a chance of working with a real estate company, it's a very big company. When I mentioned the name, you're actually going to really grab, I know that company. It's a very big company 6 years ago, of which I was very, very grateful I was given a chance by my mentor. I think now he has actually moved to Canada. I actually got to know about real estate through him. So he's actually one of the big top real estate developer in Canada as we speak. And also his company also runs simultaneously in Nigeria. So I was so grateful for that opportunity. I think my first job, I was just a young boy from Osun State. So, the firstborn of 8 families, there was I was the only one that actually went to school.
Creating
I can
history.
understand. So I was the only one that actually went to school. So, and I could remember back then when I finished my university, I was like, should I go home? It doesn't really make sense. Me go back home after university. Now go and meet mommy again. Mama, give me money. It doesn't really make sense. So I actually went to my friends. I was actually with my friends where I was actually Scotting. That was when I actually came across the real estate opportunities online. And they actually taught me the real estate. That was when I actually moved to Lagos. And my first job in Lagos was actually working as a Baba Jebu attendant. I don't know if you know this Lotto bets, all these bets, Baba Jebu. I don't know if you're actually familiar with that.
The runners?
This red box stores, they call Baba Jebu. So I actually played the game for all these conductors on that bridge, my 12. That was my first job in Lagos as a graduate.
Wow.
So I was actually there. I think it was the second month. So, and I saw the message of my boss. He just posted that, thank God we're actually opening an office today. We are opening our new company. And I saw it. I said, immediately I messaged him. I said, boss, please, just give me an opportunity. Even if it's just for me to be carrying your bag.
Nice.
I understand back then, it was just for me to carry your bag. So I will be very, very happy to serve. And he said, oh, that's good. Resume on Monday. It was as if maybe I won the $50 million, bro. So, and immediately I told my guys, because I was already used to the conductor guys there. I said, bro, I'm leaving. I got a job in Lekki. Because I was staying in the slum of Adekunle. I know Adekunle is like a slum. The more of, I never pray you live in that area, bro. So it's, because back then I think we're about 14 in a room that will be sleeping together, and then when the rain is falling, water is actually going to be coming down from the roof. It's actually a very bad experience, bro. It's a very bad experience. Anytime I actually remember, man, I shed tears when I see myself building homes for people.
Yeah.
When I see myself in my mansion, because I've got a couple of houses, and when I move from house to house, I'd be like, wow, God. That's some time I was actually living in a slum. Most of the time I actually remember that was maybe when rain is falling. I can always remember a day when I actually cried when I see water falling on my head in the middle of the night. And I was actually feeling cold. All clothes were actually cold, I actually cried that day. So anytime when rain is falling, it brings the memory when I'm in my room.
Oh, yeah.
It brings that memory. So,
Flashback.
So, it's a whole lot, bro. It's a whole lot. So, and then I was given the opportunity. I started carrying their bags. They sent me an errand. I was, even though in the rain, they was going to go and do this. Israel, I'm there. Go and do that.
Straight.
I'm there. I never knew I'm going to actually start my own company. I was just serving.
He's hungry.
I was just serving, I just want to serve. I just want to learn. And how much was I even paid as a graduate? I think, I can't even say I was even paid anything, because I was just serving. From there, I learned a lot. We actually went marketing together, share flyers, marketing, it's been a whole long journey. It was from there I learned a lot. I learned for about 2 years from there, and then before I actually started my own real estate company in 2019. So, and I think that was around that 2019. I've never made a penny. All through the years, I've actually learned from these relations. I've never made a penny, you know.
Gain experience?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've gained a lot of experience. That's the major thing. That's the major thing.
Yeah, of course.
I've gained experience, and I would say I have the courage. The courage, because a lot of people has the whole world experience, but never had the courage to start.
Yeah.
So you love what you said. Love the humble beginnings and everything you stand for. You know, I think, you know, I mean, you're the Nigerian dream.
Yeah.
You know, not even just the dream. Let me just take Nigeria out of it. Just the dream. What you've been able to build for yourself and your family is, you know, I mean, by far, you know, I mean, nothing short of amazement. But what I want to know is what is continuing, what's keeping your hunger now that you've reached that level of success. Now you've reached that, you've created homes for people, you've made a situation for you to better your life and your family's life.
Yeah.
What is keeping Israel boots on the ground? What's making you want to still
got a new goal?
Charge?
Yeah. I think one of the major reasons why I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur from day one was because I have this hunger to actually help people. Because what I've got now can actually take care of my 2 generations of what I've got now. So, because I'm not selfish, I have a lot of people, a lot of destiny to affect. Because I know a lot of people who I've partnered with, I know about a lot of board of companies I'm currently sitting on that I've actually impacted. You know, these guys too, you know, they earn in millions because I actually bring the idea to the table. You guys here, join this. A lot of, because I've got a lot of several companies whereby I'm just part of the board of the company, and then these guys are actually earning a lot of cool cash, a lot of companies, and they are earning money. It's not because of me alone. I want them also to be, at least to make impact. Yeah. It's not even about me, it's about other people I meet. I hate seeing people suffering.
How many people are you, because I believe that your mentor had a huge effect in your life.
Yeah.
Are you in mentorship now? Are you mentoring?
Yes. We know we got to always learn, bro. we keep on learning.
Yeah.
We keep on learning. You know, most time you have to unlearn, relearn. You know, it's a process.
Well, right?
Things change. You know, things change.
Let me ask you this though, because you said you didn't make a penny until 2019.
Yes.
And it's only 2023. So you've changed your life in 4 years, yeah?
Yeah.
So what happened? What did you do? What happened in it? How did you, I know you said you had the courage.
I love this question, bro.
What happened?
You know, there's a saying, it's always good to ask questions. Back then, you know, I've been doing real estate marketing back to back for about a year and a half. No results. Nothing. I pray, oh my God, do miracle, blah, blah. You know, when Nigerians, we believe in prayers. And until a day, there's this guy that used to come to my office. The guy sell back to back. I was like, God, how is this young guy doing it? I called him and I asked him, bro, how are you doing it? Show me the way. What's the update? He now told me, he said, bro.
What's the update?
Yeah, he said, bro, how much do you want to make this year? I said, make. Bro, if I just make 500K, I just want to go and collect US visa. I want to jackpot. I'm tired of Nigeria. He said, you are not serious. He said, you are not ready to make it. He said, sorry to say, bro, I don't think you are ready to make money in real estate. He said, number one, you have to give yourself a target. He said, as it is, that his target was to make, how much then? He told me 5 million. He said he has made 2 million as a then. I said, wow. So you have 2 million on your account now? He said, yes, of course. I said, God.
Like it's nothing.
Yes. I said, God, you get money, you get this. He said, bro. He said, things you need to do if you really want to make it. He said, one, you need to write down your plan. That, okay, this is how much I want to make. And he told me, once I write that down, and then he said, we have a lot of real estate product that we are selling. That, okay, the question I'm going to ask myself, what am I going to sell? What service am I going to offer the market for me to get this money I just wrote down? He said I should identify. Maybe it is to sell maybe so house for each company, or to sell so land for what company. And I wrote, and he was saying that I was writing it down. I said, okay, God, I want to make 2 million like him too. He already has 2 million in his account. And I was writing it down. He told me, I said, okay, in the next 6 months, I want to make 2 million. And I gave he said my timeline has to be specific. I was writing it down, writing everything down. He now told me, he said, fine. He said, what about, he said, I'm not asking myself a question that where am I actually going to get people that will buy from me? People that will patronize me. And I said, okay. He said, they're on your contact. The millions of naira are on your contact. And then I now realized that I have an auntie in the US that we talk almost every day. But I never come to the realization that I can actually pitch to her, that she's part of my audience that can actually give me. So I now wrote it down and said, okay, my auntie, I wrote her name. And I said, oh, you have other people, go through your contact. I was writing them. I wrote about 6 names then. He said, those people, work on them. He said, always post on your status. A lot of people have money and they'll be disguising that they've not eaten since morning. You know, a lot of people post memes online that have not eaten since morning, whereas they have a lot of millions in the bank account. Bro, when people say, I've not eaten since yesterday, Sakpa, something, it's a lie. These guys have money. I know a lot of them have a very huge portfolio. And when you go to their status, guys buying houses in Lekki, they will say, God, I never chopped since yesterday. And these guys are buying houses, paying millions.
Keep to themselves.
And most of them will just wear slippers and then just come to the office. And then, you know, most of them will even dress like a mechanic and come to the office.
God, I don't want to be
I
a
understand.
mechanic.
I understand.
And
you won't know. And you won't know, you know,
wouldn't
bro.
know.
You won't know. You can't know. And then
They say the more you make, the less you show.
yeah, exactly.
That's good though.
So, bro, after writing that down, I went home. I couldn't sleep because I already gave my target of the numbers of months I want to make 2 million. I called my aunt that midnight. Auntie, come buy land now. My auntie and I said, oh, that's true. You work in a real estate company and we talk almost every day.
Wow.
No, okay, no problem. That's cool. By the ending of the month, I'm expecting a loan. I will buy 6 plots. I said, who? my capacity couldn't carry that huge of that success. You know, that's where building your capacity is. I was, auntie, that 6 plot is too much. First, buy one first. He said, don't worry. He said, you guys are running a promo of buy 6, get 1 free. I said, yeah. You want to buy 6, get 1 free? He said, yes, don't worry.
It's a deal.
Wow.
Just like a dream.
Wow.
Was that
You know,
through your
that is,
company?
you know, that is why it's always good to have a mentor, to ask questions from people that are successful. Just a little information
So
changed
you know
my
where to
life.
start. You know where to start. Yeah.
And I have opportunity. I'm looking out. I have opportunity on my table. I still have opportunity every day. My auntie will talk almost every day, and I don't know if she's going to be the first one to pay me my first million.
Wow.
We talk almost every day. We talk about go and me buy fish and DHL. Go and me do this. But I don't know that she has to. Oh my God, bro. She told me by ending of the month, I was just praying, God, ending of the month, come, ending of the month, come. She now sent hey, Ibrahim, send me your account. I sent my account. I saw 1.2 million. Back down. I said, eh? She sent to my personal account, said I should go and transfer to the company. I said, God, as the first initial deposit, I said, this can't be possible.
Just like
I went to Google. How many figures makes 1 million? Bro, you know when you've not seen million before? I said, God, this thing is real. I said, don't worry. I'm sending another 1.2 million. Back down.
Just like that.
I said, God, I went to the bank. They said my bank is already blocked. That way did I see the money? I said, I have to go and write a memo, kind of an access bank. I have to wire that money. So after I get my aunt now send the money, I go a lot of my aunt. After getting that money, that was what I actually made my first million.
Love this.
Bro, I was still in that room when my aunt already told me that, and that guy told me something. I now called him. I said, bro, I don't sell low. He said, good, I'm happy for you. He said, the next thing is, in real estate business, he gave me a book as I was reading. Nice. He said, the next thing is, ask your current clients for a referral. I said, okay, good, that's good. I went, my auntie, thank you very much. And the guy taught me a lot of things within a week. I said, my auntie, thank you very much. I've bought a gift for you to say thank you, and I've sent it to DHL. My auntie said, wow, you bought me a gift? I said, she was so glad that maybe out of my nothing that I bought her something. Not okay, don't worry, I'll do something. I'll talk to my friends at work. The second night, she just called me. Hello. One of my friend, I already spoke with his junior brother in NLPC. He's going to buy some plot of land. Oh, wow. They're going to call you the next morning.
Wow, it's building up.
Bro, they called me that next morning. They said, I was inside bus. Tata, red bus. From... I think I just left K2. I just got to Oshodi. I just see the message on WhatsApp. Hello, Mr. Ijo. I got your number from so person. My brother is interested in 36 plots. And I was going to Maryland. I just say, oh. I came down from the bus. I just sat at the BRT lane. And I was just like this.
No way.
My brain is, you know, when someone,
dream.
my brain is already, my brain was torn.
The next day.
I was dazed for about 5 minutes.
I love this.
You know, I was actually really hungry while I was going to work. So that day,
Treat yourself.
No, bro. Even the water, my stomach is already big. I'm full. Yeah. Bro.
Oh, I love this. I love this.
That was what actually changed my life.
That's amazing.
That was really actually, and of course, a lot of people will actually be pushing. It's not about just doing it. It's not about ask questions.
Yeah, man, it's funny, man.
Ask questions and then ask people that are making it, and then you're like,
if you don't ask, you don't get,
bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about it's not about the hard work.
Yeah,
how do
you have to work smart.
So that's what I was gonna say. So you work smart because you know a lot of Nigerians might get that money. Before you know it, they've chopped that money. Yeah,
done.
They're acting.
Yeah.
So how did you pivot that into becoming the CEO and creating more?
Bro, I made a lot of money that time, and I have got a friend who made some couple of sales as at that time. I think a guy, one of my friends also in the same office, sold a house. The guy makes sales back to back. I made my own money. Seriously, in the entire neighborhood, nobody knows that I have that kind of money in my account. Yeah. Because all we eat, early in the morning we eat bread and beans. Yeah. And then we'll have this, we have a permanent table water. Yeah. We just, once the water is finished, you refill it again, you know. Just hold it like a big boy as if you are, you know, as if you have money, you know. With that, once you eat bread and beans now, you know how Nigerian bread and beans is now. Once you eat it in the morning like this, before you get hungry, maybe it's in night.
Oh wow!
You know, just be topping it up with water. You know? So I was just there. They just realized I'm eating before I used to eat twice. Then I realized I eat 2 times and I buy for people. You know, you know, I understand. They could notice that change. But me, I will sit myself down. Should I go rent a self-contained on the island, buy myself a Mozu Camry? Because I have 5 million naira sitting down my account, and I was still living in the slum. And I realized that no, this is not. How will I help people? Things can't just. This kind of miracle can't happen always. I need to take advantage of this, and I sat myself down, bro. You need to start something. Because I look at my friends because I went to service. Because since when I was in service, we've started business with some of my friends that we are actually working. Some of my people that are working together, we've actually done businesses together. Some of them we actually grew up together. We've done businesses together. When I was in service, I think I served in the north. So when I was in service, we did a lot of business. One of my partner is one of my operation manager now. We do popcorn together. We did popcorn business. He did. That's what he do. He's a chef. We did popcorn. We sell buns. We sell pop-off. We did do meat pie in all those universities. What I do, my work then was he's going to do everything. I will go and market. I will go and sell. So we've been doing businesses together. Some of my partners that was actually said we've been doing businesses together from when I was in school, when I was in service. So immediately I was just like, and then they were just working in a particular school, maybe collecting 15,000 naira, a whole graduate. And I look at them, we talk almost every day. I was like, no, I want to help. I'm poor as a them, and I want to help. I was like, how can I help? I have my junior brothers, they've not gone to school. I have everybody, and I want to live a very good life. You know, moving around the world. I don't want my kids to come with now be going to an ordinary school, living a poor life. I've got a very big dream. You know, just working for someone can actually achieve that. I want people that are very close to me to live a luxury life too. But I'm like, no, I need to start something. It was then and I realized that what I've learned, it is high time I actually implement them. So that was what actually brought about Evermark. So immediately that day I had that thought, I contacted a lawyer. We were actually a colleague at my company. She registered the company. Everything was done 2019. That's 2019. I started. That was when we started making the money. Boom, COVID came. Early 2020, everything went back. Everything was crumbled. And glory to God, immediately after COVID, everything peaked. That was when the whole story actually changed. bro, it's been grace of God, you know. It's not been easy. And I could remember when we started, a lot of people were like, is it not that Israel? That Iran guy. And I started that boy that we used to dash 100.
Wow.
Because some realtors when they come, they make sale. I just say, bro, you don't sell now. Give me at all now. But bro, you be sure guy, take. I don't understand. No, when most of them now see me.
Yeah, reintroduced to people that you've been introduced to.
Yeah,
that's the line.
I understand.
You know, now they see you.
Yeah, when now they see me, they be like, oh, bro, we are proud of you. Whereas when I started, nobody actually believed in me.
And what does the business do now? Are you still selling land or property developing? Or what?
Yeah, but as of now, we selling luxury real estate.
Okay.
We selling luxuries, you know. We've actually left that, you know, when we started, we actually started with land of cheap land.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, of 1 million of stuff. But now we've raised the bar. We've left that. That's it. Although we've got a lot of sister companies that are actually targeting the low income earners.
Yeah.
But Evermark itself has actually shifted into the luxury.
Does your auntie know how much? Well, she will now of when this
Yeah,
video.
yeah,
but
yeah,
does
yeah,
she know how
Changed her
much
life.
she was a big part of your?
Yeah, because you know for how life could be. My aunt now we've not spoken for about 8 months. She actually really understands. I'm actually really busy. She is actually based in Washington DC. She's actually part of my history. She's actually part of my life.
Yeah.
And then I wish I would always be very grateful.
Yeah.
So I actually plan paying her a very surprise visit very soon.
You said you still speak to her every day.
No, we don't talk every day. Everybody's quite busy. She actually really understands.
Okay.
She's investing in other properties.
Yeah. She's building up, man. She's growing, man.
Big auntie.
Yeah, she's gone, man.
Tell me as well, do you have many investors from diaspora overseas for you?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, 80% of all our investors are diaspora clients.
Yeah.
Seriously, if they know that I'm here today, at least this place would have been fooled. Because
I've been thinking about buying property in Nigeria with my sister.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, we don't know where to start. Also, we don't know how much it's going to cost.
Okay.
Because, I mean, even now, are people buying these real estate these houses with mortgages or cash buyers? Like, what's the market like in Nigeria?
To your network, like your
Call her
brother.
auntie, call her auntie.
You know what I mean?
No.
You've got my contact, and now you're asking.
One thing is, there's a lot of business.
He's smart. He's in
Right,
front of the
show
creator.
them.
I'm telling you,
You don't do business on mic.
you have a lot of business.
You see?
No. Actually, what you're saying is very interesting. There's a lot of people here in London who have not a lot of money, but have a little bit of money they want to invest. They can't maybe invest in real estate in the UK. Maybe you can, but what you get for your money is whatever. But there are families, like my own family. I'm one of 5. We would easily collectively put money together, buy something.
Get
you know?
something.
So, how do people in the diaspora get started with that market?
Yeah, to get started is very easy. Mike is here, I'm here. You can always drag Mike at any time. Mike, oh bro, so let me get this done for me. Mike is a real estate guru too.
Oh yeah, real estate guru.
He is a real estate guru too.
He's giving me the cap.
So to get started is very easy. I think one of the major questions people that actually want to invest some used to ask themselves is the safety of their investment, because there's a lot of positive, negative thing they've actually said about us, of which is not everyone. Like a Yoruba adage you say, said that it's actually a slave mistake that will actually make them blame all the other slaves. I can understand a disobedient slave, a single disobedient slave will make them blame all the whole entire country of a slave. I can understand. One person will actually
one person can
it's
ruin
going
the
to paint
reputation.
it's going to ruin the reputation.
What are the negative things?
So what I'm trying to say, when you go somewhere, be like, oh, you're Nigerian, I don't trust Nigerian business people.
Yeah.
Whereas not all Nigerians are bad.
Yeah.
That's what I'm actually trying to say.
No, exactly.
So that's actually the major. We have a lot of trusted companies in Nigeria. People can actually run to, they're online. When you go online, you actually see a lot of testimonials, top real estate companies, a lot of them on publications. You go to their page, you see testimonials, you see their track record at deliveries, Those are the major things the major things you actually use to judge companies. The track records. We've delivered homes, we've delivered houses, we've got something in Abuja, we've got something in we've developed as of now, I think we've done over more than 300 houses.
Wow.
Up in the stand that people already living.
And so you said 80% are overseas investors.
Yeah.
So are they actually living in the house full time, or do they buy it as investment properties, or do they rent them? Like, what's the business? What's the market like?
we have some different type of customers. Some actually buy for shortlet. Some actually buy for rental.
that's a big
Some
one.
actually buy for personal use. I can understand. So it depends on why you are buying, what you want to actually use it for. Like if you want to buy something maybe for rental, there are a lot of couple of options we've got. If you want to buy something for maybe for yourself, maybe one time you go to Nigeria, we've got something. If you want to get something for shortlet, because some people actually get something for dual purpose. Maybe even when they are not around, they want to use it for shortlet.
Exactly.
And when they're coming around,
common.
they use it. They live and stay there. We've got that option. So it depends on what you actually really
What's the
want.
capital growth like though? If you want it, say you kept it 5 years, you decide you want to sell it, will you?
Bro, let me give you. Nigerian economy is a free economy, unlike UK economy that is already pegged. No, let me just give you an instance. There's a house we're selling is a Beachview property. I can remember when we started selling the fully detached. The fully detached started selling at a rate of 80. As of now, guess what? Just within a year, it's currently selling for 150.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Up in the town, that's about 90%.
Unlimited.
That's about 90% appreciation. It's not even up to a year, bro.
Yeah.
So we understand that there's a lot of inflation in Nigeria, right? So, but our property in Nigeria is still the best.
Yeah.
You realize that most businesses that are here in the UK, they actually still sustain with the money back home. They
Yeah.
are businesses.
Yep.
At least we met with with a guy yesterday.
Yep.
He said Nigeria, UK economy is actually a pegged economy.
Yep.
That's what he has actually been using to sustain the business.
Yeah.
It's actually
His
other
Naira.
businesses.
He's supporting his
Yeah,
pounds.
yeah.
Ha.
You have to it was actually being supported by the Nigerian economy, using the Nigerian economy to support the one here. Running business in UK is kind of, but running business in Nigeria is actually very good, and investing back home there is actually very good. I've got a lot of people cashing out on a daily basis. I've got a bro, he's in Canada now, my junior brother. So it's good to be good. Back then he has this money. He said, bro, I want to invest. I said, okay. You buy an apartment. You bought the apartment as at then 25 million. The apartment is currently selling for, I think, is he 66 now. You bought it for 25. That was so, and he used to collect rent every year. I think just got the latest rent 3 million. Every time you say, bro, thank you. Bro, he gave my junior brother free accommodation in Canada just because of that, because of giving him a very good advice. And he cash out on daily basis,
Well done.
Most of the time, he got 2 block. He got one for shoplet. He got one for rental, and his money is always going in on the steady.
Doctor, can I ask you something? Yeah, because we're talking a lot about like money, property, land.
Yeah,
Do you have a lot of security though? Because remember you said you went back and you said that's the guy that Israel, this and that. Do you get a lot of haters? Like, do you have a lot of security, your business stuff like that? Or it's not-
Yeah.
It's not that deep when you go back home.
Yeah,
or-
I've got. He knows.
Oh, is it? Now I'm trying to ask that, man. I'm trying to get in there. That's what I'm trying to ask you.
Militant,
If you need
bro.
one,
Trust me.
you need plus one. Like, no,
for a
you
job.
need plus one.
I had a meeting, probably I want to say about 40 minutes from where we was at, and I was just about to just jump in an Uber and just leave from one location to go. He said, none of that, you won't make it. In 2 seconds, we had, let me not say too many details, but just to say I got there with time to spare, just in the middle of like 5 o'clock traffic, just because how we was able to move. And that's, like, it's the saying that's like, I would rather be, let me not say too much, but let me just say respect is a big thing. You know what I mean? Once you have respect, you get the access.
And lots of people in your position is rolling like that out in
It's
Nigeria
just
as well.
respect. You know what I mean? Like, so like, if I wasn't with Dr. Israel, I probably would have been late sweating to go into the meeting. But it's based off relationships, and people know who he is. That was able to get the access that we needed, and that's not a show off thing. It's just a case of like,
you need it.
you know what I mean? It was like, we had to make moves, and like I said, clear road. Bah! You know what I mean?
Whoa, that's sick, man.
So, like I said, what he's saying is I can vouch for it.
Yeah.
And that's why I would tell anyone, for that is a bit unsure. One thing, you have to visit back home. You have to see for yourself. It's all good now me telling you everything, but go home, experience it yourself, get your feet on the ground, see what you like, and then make your judgment from there.
It's very important.
So what do you think about this, right? This is something that a lot of maybe Nigerians in the diaspora, mainly UK, feel a little bit disgruntled by. And if you see, a lot of Africa is developing rapidly, particularly like East Africa, like Kenya, Rwanda.
yeah.
These countries are phenomenal. I had the pleasure of visiting Kenya just a few months ago. Nairobi, outstanding. And when I came back from Nairobi, I was a changed man. I told my wife, listen, I think I might have to buy some property in Nairobi. And I looked into it, and it's actually very difficult if you're non-Kenyan. But that's when I found out that actually there's a lot of Nigerians that are putting their money in Kenya. I think that's a bit of a shame. So how do you see us like in Nigeria developing in comparison to those countries? How do we bring a lot of that money that's in the diaspora? How do you bring people back home?
Are you saying like what you're doing wrong, maybe?
No, because in Kenya it's so calm. They want Kenyans. They want not just Kenyans. They want Africans to come back, spend their money, build businesses, buy real estate. It feels so much easier and more welcoming.
Nigeria not like that, then.
I feel like
It might be, but I just find there's a lot of Nigerians who are, for some reason now they're spending their money in East Africa, they're investing there.
no, I wouldn't say that. I would answer that question because I feel like at the end of the day, it's one Africa. You know,
I agree with that.
That's the bottom line. It's one Africa. You know, whether you want to invest in Kenya, whether you want to invest in Rwanda, whether you want to invest in Senegal, Ghana, whichever one. Just the main thing is, you know, at least you're putting back into.
I disagree with that, and I'll tell you why I disagree with that, because each of us, like me, I'm a Nigerian. My dad and my mom were born in Nigeria and grew up in Nigeria, and I'm born here. I can't expect somebody from Kenya to go and patronize the Nigerian economy. If I'm not doing it as a Nigerian living overseas, I know it's a one Africa, I agree with that, but I have to, as a diasporan, spend my money so that my country is developed, so that maybe my children decide when they grow up, do you know what? I don't like London. Let's pack my bags and go back to Nigeria. That's what I see it.
I think from me, I think there's actually nothing wrong. We've been guys actually investing in every news and crannies of Africa. Why? Because why are guys actually investing in London too? Why are guys actually investing in US too?
There you go.
So the major thing is just profits maximization, making money.
Yeah.
I understand. So that's just the major key, making money.
There you go.
That's the major answer. But because I've got a lot of guys that actually have something outside Nigeria. Their major key aim is one, they like dominance, and also they also want to make more money, make more name. You know, it depends on the vision of your company. Like I've been working on some stores in France for some couple of time now. We'll be finalizing soon. So you know, it's just like the dream. When you say like, okay, you want to take something across. Yeah. We've got a lot of Nigerians. You know, in Europe they are much. You know, we've got a lot of them here too. You just want to touch everywhere. Yeah. So the same way we've got something in London. You know, you just want to be everywhere. Yeah. I can understand. Just to know that, okay, you're investing. The major thing is just like asking Dangote why we have a company in maybe in Ghana. Dangote is everywhere in Africa. Yeah. So we too, we have to just do our thing.
Sorry, so I think I didn't phrase my question correctly. Okay. You know, because I actually want to know what you think. Yeah. No, I agree totally. Okay. So as an investor, my primary aim is to make money. Cool. That's it. Yeah. And that's why I said I came back and I saw Kenya and the way it was developing. I told my wife, listen, bring money. Kenya is running. We need to invest money in Kenya. But what I mean is, aside from the making money perspective, how like more from a, I don't know what the word is. You want to keep it home? Yeah, no, more from almost a responsibility to my forefathers to also ensure that my money is also helping Nigeria, right? Okay. How do we attract the diasporans in, like, how do we get that same level of growth, that same level of, you know, like Ghana have absolutely nailed it with their like come home initiatives. You know, I'd love to see similar things in Nigeria.
Make the money and bring it back.
In all this, you know, I've got nothing in all these other African countries. One of the reasons why we were planning something about 2 years ago to go to Rwanda, but I realized I did my analysis. Lagos is still by far better than going there, and then I see that Lagos is actually better than all those countries. I calculated the profit margin is about 45%. Lagos is actually earning more than them, 45%. You know, like Rwanda, their prices actually goes up to, you know, but Lagos is still the best, 45% more higher. And Lagos, you can actually put a lot of people, oh, bro, go and check this property. No. Go and check the property. You can't know you are like just as if you are home. Like now I can just call some of my people, go and check that property social location. I actually give the live report. I can understand. And also in Nigeria, if there's any issue, you can actually walk into any of the government office. You're actually going to know someone that knows someone that knows the government.
There you
But
go.
but when you go to someone else's country, and be like, oh, it's just a foreigner.
I
Let's
think
do this,
that's
fuck up.
I think that's what diasporans are scared of, actually.
Yeah.
Because business in Nigeria is like you need to know people.
Yeah.
Whereas if you grew up here, you don't know people. You're like, I want to invest my money.
Yeah, because I've
But-
seen some things, you know, I've seen some things where maybe in Nigeria, and maybe someone will just come, okay, you are from which country? Okay, you are from which white country? Yeah. And you are from where? Lagos or anywhere in Nigeria. You need this thing for what purpose? Okay, it's going to actually develop you and your family, help you do this, help you do. Okay, don't worry, we know what to do. And then they have to, you know, it happens everywhere. They have to actually give things to their own, to their homie.
Yeah.
Than giving it to an outsider. You
Yeah,
don't want
yeah,
your
you
homie
would
to
say.
go. You don't
Yeah,
want your
yeah.
homie to go hungry.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So the same way, they're actually going to want to do that if anything happen. They
Yeah.
don't want to. They don't want to throw their own homie away. They want to
Exactly.
spoil their
That's
own
my
economy.
point.
Help
Okay,
their
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
They would be like, hey, bro, it seems the government have actually with you a particular license.
Yeah.
It seems you have to go back home. You know. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
those are the major things we actually will
Trust
be
me.
looking
Trust
because in the short run it might be running smoothly.
Yeah, yeah.
Been a long
But the
run.
first 8 years it might be running smoothly, but there have to be a long run, the continuity.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No matter how Nigeria is, the economy will actually definitely work
Yeah.
for the citizen.
You know, we've all heard stories of Africans, Nigerians in particular, from our parents' generation, that were building homes back home. You know, I'm from Igbo land, right? So it's like, for some reason, it's like once you reach a certain age, you need to build your house in the village, right? Okay. And I just saw the stress that my dad and all my uncles went through trying to build homes. You're sending money home.
Work's not getting done.
Work is not getting done, bro. You
Oh
go
my
back, there's
God.
stories.
Yeah.
And even to the point my dad's telling he's sending money to buy cars, gets back, where's the cars? People have sold the cars.
Is that where you need security though?
So you need to be on the ground, almost.
Oh,
Or you
okay.
need people on the
But see,
ground.
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah,
was
yeah.
saying. But getting back
Yeah,
to,
I think one of the major reason, one of the major key to that actually with these situations like that is when I've got a lot of clients who actually bought properties from us. I don't want my uncle to know. I don't want my dad to know. I
Yeah.
don't want this to know. One of the reasons why is because they've actually explained what you just said. I can understand. Some of the family I just come, okay, it's my brother property. I won't know where he did.
Yeah.
I can understand. They might even go and use someone else, their brother property to go collect loan.
Yeah.
That's happened.
wow.
Yeah.
Now my brother, you know, we are the same name. Okay.
Family.
Okay, you can say I'm Chinedu. Okay,
Yeah.
same name.
Yeah.
You can claim that he's the same person.
Yeah.
Because
What do you
we
do?
get
How
it-
do you
I had a
trust?
relative sell all our
So
furniture.
reason why a lot of people actually want to
Yeah,
have some their
sold
thing
everything from
secret.
the house.
So and also that's why people actually involve lawyer when they're actually acquiring a property. So once you get a professional lawyer, I think you are 99% secured.
Yeah.
Though the lawyer will actually going to charge you, you're actually going to pay for the truth. You know, the lawyer will charge you,
Yeah.
and lawyer actually going to secure your interest. And that's what people, 90%
Oh
of
my
people in diaspora,
God.
Yeah.
we see their lawyers more.
Yeah, really.
You know, we see their
Yeah,
lawyers
yeah,
more.
yeah.
And the lawyer will do their job and then they get their work. You know, you'll be calm. You know, the lawyer have actually handled it. You've paid the lawyer. So it's better than maybe, oh, my brother, go and do this. My bro. You
Yeah.
carry your money to Abba first to go and do business. You know?
Bringing
I mean,
Mad, man.
bringing it back a little bit to the beginning again. Was a bit of a beginning, but what you're doing now. Because I know the time. I want to kind of highlight again. You said something about you are building hospitals, and you also want to build a school. How important is it to have that now on your portfolio, and also, you know, what's the importance of that within the community? Because again, I feel like I've heard from outside in the diaspora that, you know, especially in the US and the UK, obviously we're not minorities in Nigeria, but in the diaspora we are, and there's very, very lack of that infrastructure of having ownership in hospitals, schools, and I want to say groceries or grocery shops or stores where we can buy food in the black community. How is that anything of like what you are positioning or
Trying to
building
do.
in Nigeria? How
Yeah.
important having that trifecta is it in your portfolio?
Yeah. I
I
think.
guess what I'm trying to say.
But one of the major reasons is most people, when you tell them you want to do a particular thing, they might think, though every business is actually for profit maximization. So, and there have to be some reasons that lead to some reasons that lead to some reasons. There has to be some innovations behind whatever you want to do. As for when we actually had plans, when we actually go into the health sector, we realized in Nigeria, everybody actually want to give birth. They like this vibe of, I want my wife to give birth, maybe abroad. So I want the white man to actually deliver my baby for me. I hope you understand.
I know.
They love, you know, they love the Barbarians African. They love anything.
Yeah.
They love anything white. It's from white Yankee. They will
Yeah.
buy. So we are bringing that idea to Nigeria. Once we have the hospital, we're going to have a lot of white doctors. Are actually going to have both international and the local, the Nigerian license. That are actually going to be operating in the hospital. It's going to be the second biggest. Where we're actually building there. We're building it. So
What's
it's
the
going to be
location?
second largest. Somewhere in Ibadan. No, you said itself is going to be the second biggest there. So our major thing is just to refine because people want to just travel abroad. So we're going to have the two package. One for the VVIP that actually wants their baby to be delivered by white and doctors and nurses.
Wow.
And then the normal one by the normal Nigerian. I hope you understand. So
Silver package, gold package.
exactly.
That's a shame. That's such a shame.
I know. But
No. You have to know the major thing in business.
What's the reason?
The major thing in business is
That's
it's
the
not
problem,
about
the
a shame. You know,
business.
it depends on the taste of your customers. These people are just just this
what they
desire,
want,
most of them might not have the money to fly out. Okay, but I can afford, to go to this hospital, and then I'll say
Keep it home.
The same customer service. I hope you understand. The same customer service from a white person. You know, people they just want to live their dream. It doesn't matter the
Wow, I
location.
didn't know that, man.
I hope you understand.
It's television marketing. You know, you got to think about, in terms of like, I'm not supporting and not condoning any of it, but I'm saying for what it is, you got, when you flip on the TV, when you see lifestyle, you know how many people want to jackpot from their situation to come to the UK, and they almost think that everything they see on that television is going to be exact. But some people come to the UK and be like, they struggle even more.
So is it more of a safety thing? Like if it's delivered by a white person,
No,
the baby's cool.
it's perception.
It's
just perception.
It's just some people's dream.
It's just
You know,
that you
some
feel
people-
as though
it's just about perception. Some people might they might not be rich. Some people can even go take loan that I just want to experience this.
And a lot of people will travel to like London or US, right, to deliver their baby.
Yeah, that's for the
historically,
rich
right?
people.
So they feel like if you have like European doctors, you're going to get better care. So what he's saying is he's trying to bring that European model back home to people who can't afford to fly.
Sector,
I find a little bit of an issue with that. I am a doctor, and I have a friend actually who is a doctor and obviously treats a lot of patients in Nigeria. And his business, he's a very good businessman, but his business has to be fronted by like white staff as well for similar reasons. It has to.
It's like my perception. If I get on a plane and I see that the pilot is an old pilot with grey hair, I'm going to feel a lot more comfortable or confident if it was a young, fresh out of graduate school and is in the cockpit.
So
it's like, what's up?
Is that including colour though? Or just meaning?
No, in just terms of like age. I want to see. That the person is got the years and experience.
Of course,
The younger pilot probably could be doing backflips and somersaults across the world, doing all the tricks. But in my mind, it's just like when you see that cockpit, you see that guy.
They do that with schools as well in Nigeria as well, right? Not just clinic healthcare schools. I know there's a lot of schools where they actually recruit white doctors, isn't it? Which is white teachers. European teachers to come and teach in the school because it shows
education.
Like, it's like European.
Okay, when you explain to me like that, I understand it.
I don't think it's
I
good.
never heard that before. It's shocking. But when
people were really
give
to spend money.
it's true.
You go to a clinic or you go to a school.
We actually like that anyway. That's a good example of flight one.
You know, like in the US, right? There's I saw this video. Well, it's well known that if you're getting your house valued and you're black or you have features in your house that is owned by a black family, it gets like devalued by like 25% or something significant. And there was this guy who had his house valued, and I can't remember the exact figures, and it was very low. Yeah. And so what he did was he did it like 4 months later, where he removed all of his like family photos, removed all like the black art, and he got his friend to come in and pretend it was his home and get revalued by the bank. And it went up by like 20%.
Yeah.
It's so sad, man.
So imagine
That's
that.
real life,
I understand.
Yeah.
That's real life.
I get, but it's so angry, man. It's so sad.
We'll be remiss if we didn't talk about maybe some other projects as well that you may be involved in, or that you want to use this medium to maybe amplify, because I know you have many other ventures that you're also tapped into. So do you want to speak on some of those as well?
Yeah, I think people that might be listening to this are people that actually want to buy real estate, majorly. So we've got a lot of offers, maybe from both the lowest to the highest. we've got houses. We've got something coming up very close. You know, there's some side just we've got houses, we've got projects any way you actually want.
What about the Duque?
You said
Duque.
where? Dukia, yeah. Dukia, it's actually it's a very great project. Well, it's a resort that we are currently working on. It's an resort that we actually want to, like, it's something very big and very wow. So currently now we actually doing a lot of underground work. Last year, it was it was the first estate in Lagos that actually has an helipad landed on it.
Wow.
So we have an helipad. We said it when we actually made that announcement. People were like, "Oh, there's a marketing strategy." No. We made that reality. A lot of people were actually shocked. A lot of people actually traveled out to go and see. Yeah. I want to go and see all those real estate companies. They're always lying, and then we made it reality. Yeah. That, it was something we actually made sure it actually came to pass, and then a lot of people actually believed in dream. I think we sold a lot. We have to lock the sales. I said no, we don't want to sell again. So what we at the junction we have now is we want to deliver on what we've actually promised them. So that's why we are actually working on that. The license of the helipad. License of resort license, a whole lot of things, a lot of paperwork we're currently doing now, and the work is actually going simultaneously. Infrastructure actually going on there, so it's gonna be it's a boom, something very great. Yeah. So it's just like a home away from home. It's actually secluded in a greeny area.
You have to fly there.
So I understand, and you can also drive, but it's inside.
Rich.
It's like it's just like inside the greeny area. So when you are there, you know that it's just as maybe you're outside the country. When you wake up in the middle of the night, you sing everywhere is great.
What's going on with that island that they were developing? What's it called?
Echo Hotel. I think Echo Hotel is fine. To me, it's just overhyped.
Echo Hotel, not Echo Hotel.
He's talking about
not Echo Hotel.
The Echo.
I know Echo Hotel.
No, the island.
The Atlantic view.
Atlantic.
It's
not coming along in the way they expected, right? It's behind significantly.
Yeah, I think a lot of investors are actually invested. They're actually taking. I think they are still paying. They are still on their payment plan.
Yeah.
I think it's just about maybe 15% of the place just coming up.
Because they built those towers there first. Have they built anything else?
Yeah, it's just the towers.
Yeah.
That's just the towers. So
that's not his property.
Just the towers.
Okay.
The hotel is the eco area is still coming up.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's still coming up, but it's damn expensive, bro.
You just need to go back to Nigeria. I think that's
Nigeria's
yeah.
Once you are there, just as
you need to
once you are in the core Atlantic that axis, we call it the core Atlantic. It's as if maybe you're outside of the country. You're outside because you are just close to the sea.
Now we'll speak after once we switch the cameras on.
You are just living behind the sea. Most of the time, because I've got an estate also very close to the sea also.
Yeah, that's too far out.
So anytime I actually want to chill, so as if maybe I'm outside of Lagos, I will just carry my bag. And then once you are there, people can't just reach you anyhow. Because before the call comes in, the person has to try a couple of times. Most time, you can't actually avoid calls. If I want to actually reduce calls, and then I want to relax my head, I need some to brainstorm. I just go there, just see that the waterfront.
Did your company do rentals or are you just selling?
We're just selling for now.
Okay.
We working on a package of rental.
Yeah.
We've got some couple of apartment we're actually working on. Once it's done, we use it for rental. Majorly, we're not selling instead of apartment. We just want to use them for rental.
That's for sure. There's markets for that. There's markets for that.
Am I correct in thinking that Afro Nation Festival is going to be in Lagos next year?
That's not his.
No. I'm just thinking that's the biggest festival, African music festival, right? Which has been previously. I haven't been, but I think it's in Portugal.
I haven't been either.
But it being in Lagos, as in from a real estate perspective, is going to be huge.
It's been massive.
Because that's going to bring a lot of business and a lot of people for short-term lets.
Might want to get in there, man.
I'm not sure, to be honest. I might be wrong, but
they're putting in another festival potentially. There's been talks about it, but again, it's for another day.
In terms of investment, I mean, I'm thinking about making money, as we talked about. We're investors, right? So I'm thinking about.
It's all about location, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll see where the location is, and we'll see what happens.
There's no anywhere in Lagos you're gonna make.
You're gonna make money.
Yeah.
That's
Lagos,
good.
Lagos is just a hot Lagos.
I think there's gonna be people watching this who are gonna be like, jumping on your website.
Well, like Nigeria right now, it's not just right now. For many years now, we've just been trending. We're dominating on all.
As a matter of fact, Nigeria, we Nigerians, we don't really know the value of Nigerians. I've got some couple of foreign investors who actually came in. I've got this guy from Swahili. The guy is actually partnering on oil. You're gonna see that maybe on my page. One of these is gonna see. So we're working with a German company on oil and importation down to Nigeria. The guy, they said Nigeria is actually a very blessed market. There's this guy also. The guy is a Lebanese. He just came in. General actually introduced them to me that this guy, and then we've started something together. We've done a lot of things together. These guys have actually made a whole lot of money within 3 weeks. They brought in about 4 trucks. This Tariq guy, he brought about some trucks of tiles. He sold out in less than 3 weeks. I was so surprised. They said they just came to test the market.
Just a test.
So one of the guys called me today. He's go somewhere in Canada. I was trying to leave Canada to come and invest in Nigeria. He left his office in Canada and come to Nigeria. My guy, the guy from Swahili, he said, bro, that's what he said today. He said, when are you coming back home?
Wow.
He said, we need to come. Another set of goods has arrived.
Wow.
We need to come and bro, these guys are actually coming to to take our money, capital flight up. There's a capital. We don't really know about the economy we've got.
Yeah.
Major Lagos on its own, the economic system of Lagos on its own is just like the combination of a particular single country.
And the
Lagos on
trajectory
its
as
own
well.
is
When you look
powerful.
When you look at especially a lot of brands that look at the young community and the young population, so like they calculate it to see obviously where the marketing dollars will be at. For example, the population is, I don't know what the population is, but
280 million.
but they look at that and see like, okay, this is where we need to be putting our brands and business, because this generation is going to be eventually going to be spent. So
step ahead.
they look at it like a lot of
major reason
that.
why. Let me give one of the
Playing
major
chess
reasons
with business.
why Lagos is quite different. Nigeria market, Nigeria economy is quite different. Like I said, Nigeria economy is a very free market, and while somewhere like UK, US, or Canada, they are already peg markets.
Yeah.
Let me just cite an instance. Take for instance, in Nigeria, you bought this pillow, you constructed this pillow for 50 naira. Yeah. When you had a lot of value to this pillow, you can sell. You bought it 50 naira, you can sell it for 500 naira. That's about close to naira 90% or naira 50%. It's a whole lot of money. But in UK, if you buy this pillow 50 naira, no matter how the packaging, if you increase your price more, they could sue you. Yeah. Nobody will even come because it's already it's a pegged market.
Wow.
They see it as abnormal. But in Nigeria economy, African economy, you could do that. Once you had value, you had a whole lot of things to eat, what people will love.
Yeah.
You could sell. You could sell.
For example, a certain postcode, you're not going to spend extra. If you're in that postcode, it's like no chance.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, see, if you're in a certain postcode, then it's like, okay, I'll pay that much, but I ain't going anything. Like Central London, if you have an apartment, no matter what, even an apartment or a house in Central London, whatever the case, you're gonna pay top dollar.
But, you know what I mean? But if you have a certain,
they're gonna be like,
embarking, barking market.
See, there's a lot of Jews in Nigerian market.
England sounds hard, man. It's better to go back to home.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That's why some people, just few people, who actually get to understand that niche, come back. Those are the people that actually come back home. Yeah. Some guys that I've seen one guy. His name is also Obi. When you call him Obi, I was like, there's one of my guy. I call him. His name is Obi. Yeah. So most of the time I call him. Most of the time I call him Odogu. He's a very good guy. He moved down with his family from the US. Okay. Back to Nigeria. The guy, he has a farm now. He said, anytime you see me, Baba, I'm a corporate farmer. You day house, I bring 2 chicken for you. The guy has a very big farm. Yeah. Now he has his farm. He has some power where he has pigs, he has chicken, and on every Baba, I know how much he's making. Yeah. In every 2 weeks, bro, he makes nothing less than 50 M. 50 M return, 50 million naira return. There's no way you can actually make that in US. Never.
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 It's better to go back home, man. Business wise.
Bro came. He's not up to. I think maybe hardly up to a year.
What are we doing here, man?
Hardly up to a year. Early in the morning like this.
It's a good question, Dan.
He has about
honestly,
2 trucks.
Man.
He has about 2 trucks, bro. He has about 2 trucks. Anytime he's coming, he's bro a sack of cucumber. I said, Baba, which one you use and do? He said, bro, because then when they actually came to my office, I encouraged him. I said, it's a very cool market. I said, okay, let's give it a try. Yeah. Now,
Man.
He's got a lot of requests on a daily basis. Anytime when we are together, I say, Baba, I go send your goose. I go send your goose. People are now doing a lot of okay.
We think we've run out of time on this one. I don't want you to say any more gold before it's time. But we're gonna wrap up here. We're gonna have to do a part 2. Well, listen, we could talk all day. This was a definitely a inspiring, motivational, all the feels. I feel like we went through every emotion in this podcast. You know, right from the beginning stages to where Dr. Israel is now. I'm sure so many of the viewers can take and draw inspiration from this in several different angles. I'm inspired. I'm walking away with new ideas, new principles, and new thinking strategies. And I think that's probably like the best thing to take away from podcast. Thank you, Dr. Israel. The value you gave us today will live on for hopefully the rest of my life, because I'm going to be sharing as much as gold I learned today to all my network. I think that's the best way.
I'm calling aunties.
Come back, invest in Nigeria.
For sure.
So come back home.
So guys, listen, you know what to do. You know where to find us. Another grand episode of Not For Likes podcast. Until next time, I'm Mike. Man.
I'm Dr. Jude.
And I'm Darren.
Dr. Israel.
Yeah, I don't know.
Catch you soon. Peace.